Today we're going to be comparing the builders between 2K25 and 2K26. Today it just came out with all of those builds where we get to compare them to the NBA players. So that's really cool. So we're going to be comparing between, is it going to be around the exact same building attributes? Can we expect to be able to use the same builds that we did this year? Or are we going to have to revamp them, alright? So let's go see those NBA community builds. Alright, so now on this website here, we get all of the template builds for all the NBA players that they're going to be dropping that first day. We got point guards, shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers in here. So first we got Stephen Curry here, alright? So we got a 74 close shot, a driving layup at an 88, 89 mid-range, 99 three-point. I mean, this is actually looking like a pretty solid build. I'm not saying that you should ever make this as your build, because I would never want to actually make this. But let's see if this build can actually fit into the builder we have now on 2K25. Alright, so just to start out with, we're obviously going to do exactly what it says online, which is the 6'2 wingspan, 185 pounds, and a 6'1". So basically, we're gonna exactly go over every single spot and just see if we can actually make the same exact build. I would have to guess that it's a very similar builder. I feel like a lot of people didn't really complain about if this builder was that bad. So let's just see. I would be really excited if we actually get to use more attributes than we did last year, because this past year here, I felt like builds were pretty limited. So let's see kind of what's going on here. So we get an 89 here. And then a 99 three-pointer, that's going to use a bunch of them. And then the free throw is a 98. The pass accuracy is a 76. This is looking pretty scarce here, so it's kind of scaring me. We might be getting less attributes than we did last year. An 86 speed with ball. Interior defense of 25. 74 per rim. Wait, this might be the exact same builder. Steal is a 67. This might be the same exact build, I'm not gonna lie. Block 25, offensive rebound 25, 36, a speed of 86, an agility of 81. Oh! 34, 56. We are barely short. Okay, so we are actually barely short of being able to make the exact build. So it looks like we're going to have a little bit less attributes this year, which is a little, that's a little scary. Maybe, if we take down the free throw, I don't know what we're going to be able to do here, but yeah. I mean, obviously we're not going to be running this exact build, but we cannot actually make the exact template for the Stephen Curry build on NBA2K25, which actually means we're going to have a little bit less attributes, I'm guessing, at that certain height, and I'm guessing just in the game in total. Obviously, for our actual builds, we're not going to have the three-pointer max or anything like that. But yeah, that's like actually insane. We're going to have a lot less attributes to be working with this year. Now just coming back to this page, I did want to check just a few more things. Now obviously that was just a point guard build where, it's just a 6'1", but I want to see how different it was for different positions. So we're now going to go to shooting guards. Let's see, let's get past Carmelo. I'm fine with skipping. Yeah, let's get to like a tall guard like DeMar DeRozan. Let's see right here. So it's like a 6'6" build. Again, these attributes are not a type of build that I would exactly want to make, but it could be a good little starter for your first build, and then just build off of it with that customize. So let's see in the builder if you can come anywhere close. We are in the builder, obviously, so we're going to be going with small forward, 6'6", 215, and a 6'9" wingspan. Honestly, this could be a solid build, just by the way of like height and wingspan. I would recommend probably something like this for you tall guards, or you guys just trying to play on like a stretch. I'm probably going to go with something like 6'7" with a 7-foot wingspan for my first day for my stretch, but for this case, we're going to be looking at a 6'9" and a 6'6" with a 215 pounds. Alright, and then for the attributes, let's just kind of go through them again, alright? So, 84 close shot, very solid. That seems very high. This has a very good finishing on this build, so if you're looking for a build that can drive in and, you know, get contacts, get really good layup packages, this is going to be the build for you. A 60, yeah, you get a 60 standing dunk also. This build is very heavily offensive sided, especially inside the 3-point line. You're going to have a mid-range shot of a 93, which is absolutely insane. Does it even unlock? Yes, it does. Okay, so at least like the requirements are looking around the same, which is pretty good. 3-pointer, you get to bring that up to a 78, and then a free throw of an 84, and then a pass accuracy of 71. So that's perfect. 71 pass accuracy. That's what I plan on using, hopefully, depending on how the badges go. An 81 ball handle. Perfect spot for the ball handle. So this is actually looking like a solid build that I would possibly use. 80 overall for the speed of ball. I don't know why you would do that, but that's something that maybe we could switch around at the end here. Interior defense of 60. Perimeter defense of 74. 67 steal. Wow, this is looking it's not looking too well here. Offensive rebound of 47. 60 for the defensive, and then 82 speed. Ooh, wait, we might be able to actually possibly make this build. Wait, we are only 2 vertical away. Okay, so this build is actually possible on 2K25, so that's actually pretty cool to see that we can actually make a build that's on here. Obviously you can take away from places to actually meet that criteria. I'm kind of confused on why the speed of ball is so high. I would probably leave it at a 75. So with that being said, you would then get your 75 vertical, and then after that I just bring it back up a little bit. So I'd actually have a 78, and then let's just say, you know, this is actually a pretty good, decent build. I'm surprised they hit these certain thresholds. Yeah, let's just say we put on this just for the video. So you actually can basically make DeMar DeRozan's build on 2K25. So I have to imagine that the builder is going to be somewhat similar. Obviously at the 6'6" and 6'9" with 215 pounds, it's a very, very similar build style. Now that we're back on the website, we're going to actually look for a center build now, just because we kind of went from that small guard to now that tall guard area, and, you know, kind of power forwards kind of cover that area too. And I guess these are to be determined. So we've actually covered, these are all the ones that have came out so far, and we have found out that for DeMar DeRozan, you can very much make almost the exact same build. So I'm guessing right now you guys could totally mess around with the builder at around that height, and you can make that build basically that build on that first day. While point guards, you're going to have to look around a little bit more if you're on that small guard, because I think things are a little bit different. Obviously, we didn't try them all. We only tried out Curry here. But I just have to guess off of what we've went over so far that small guards, you're going to have to change a lot of your build when you load in that first day, while our taller guards or our centers are most likely not going to have to change much. So that's very, very interesting. That first day, obviously, that's going to be kind of crazy trying to figure it out for you little point guards. But I guess for me, this is going to be a very, very easy season, or very easy 2K to start off the year, just because I'm a center. So I'm going to be able to make that build first day super quick and easy. So that's really, really cool. If you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed things like this, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.